you on a Thursday morning. The jobless numbers are in. I'll have all those details as well. If you've been with me since April 25th, you know that every Thursday morning is the new jobless claims. I remember when I was recording outside and I was telling you it's another week over 1 million new jobless claims. So where did they come in today? I'll be telling you those details shortly. Then I will be going to Wall Street's reaction to the jobless numbers. What does that mean about your stimulus? Then the incredible great news about multiple stimulus checks if you're a parent. A lot of money if you're a parent for multiple stimulus checks. Then I'll be heading back to Jerome Powell and why Jerome Powell's comments from yesterday mean everything about today and your stimulus. Also, really great news. I'm very excited for you. Then we will be cutting over to the push for SSI, SSDI, Social Security and Railroad benefits. The big push is underway with the viewers of this channel to get elected officials back on path. That also goes for FPUC retro, and it also goes for the adult dependents $3,200 stimulus check. I have so much great news across the board. I'm so excited for you. I'm here, you're here, but I still don't see bacon. Where's the bacon? I know it's hard for me to chew the bacon with a stiff jaw, but I appreciate your very well wishes overnight. I'm still trying to recoup. You can see it sort of here. So, yeah. Let's get to the breaking news. But first, if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button in this video. This is the most comprehensive financial news channel across the board. From Wall Street to Main Street, from my home to your home, this is LLA, delivering your broadcast reporting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We started this morning at 1 a.m. with EIDL. Watch that video because EIDL is back in the third stimulus package. Yes, EIDL is back for everyone in the third stimulus package. Not the way we'd like it to be, but at least it's back. I'll have more details about that as well. You need to know how to get an EIDL grant. If you're Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, Airbnb, sole practitioner, anyone that has a Schedule C or a corporate tax return, you want to get that EIDL. Then at 2 a.m., we were back with FPUC Retro. I know that Joe Biden does not have retroness anywhere in the FPUC, but the push is underway to get that retroness fixed. Third, we came back with Early Mornings LA. Those are two new shows. Those are actually newly taped, and you'll you'll see the red shirt in that show as well. That was newly taped, different hairstyle. And then we came back with a throwback video right after that about hazard pay. And that hazard pay video is very relevant because hazard pay is still on path. In this recording, I have so much to get to, so make sure you subscribe. Also like this video, and if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. The member link to join is at the top of the chat. It's also at the join link under the video, and it's also in the description. If you're watching this video just after about 9 o'clock, you're watching it live on Thursday morning. This is me, not cardboard cut out of me. All right, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news is that Wall Street is relatively flat despite the new jobs numbers. Dow is up about 2 points, NASDAQ about 74 points. Microsoft's traded up about $1 to 243.62. It was down for a few days. Apple is down about 21 cents, about a quarter, down to 135. Walmart having another good day. It was up yesterday, I believe, up about 70 cents to 77.75. Oracle down about a quarter. And then Tesla up $9, which is interesting because it's been on free fall for a few days. It's at 814, but you want to watch that $800. That is the support level. The stock has fallen about 50, somewhere between 50 to $100 in the last few days. If it gets that $800, that is the support level for chart followers. If that falls between under the support level, get ready for the next move. Your stimulus is really at issue this morning. Why? Because the new jobless numbers came out and they're not good. Now, you understand that last week there was talk about the two job numbers. Let me clarify this to viewers if you're a new viewer. Every Thursday morning, the U.S. Labor Department releases a number that delineates how many people newly became unemployed. So if you were unemployed before but went back on unemployment, this is not you. This is people who newly filed for unemployment. That's every week on a Thursday morning, just before sunrise. The other number is once a month on Fridays. That came out last Friday. That delineates how many new jobs were created in the economy. How many new jobs were created. Last week's number was horrible. It said there was only 6,000 jobs created in the U.S. economy for private sector in the entire month of January. Can you imagine? 6,000 new jobs created in the entire US economy. That was a bad number. So, what is the number today? The number is the jobless claims number for your stimulus, and it is horrible. It's horrible. The jobless claims number came in at 793 today. As Wall Street is looking for 760. So this is almost 100,000. This is almost 40,000 more than Wall Street is looking for. The total was a decline from the previous week of 812, so it's slightly better than the week before. Hey, Kevin Lee, Dancing Pear, he's one of my original viewers. How are you, Kevin Lee? How's it going in Texas? Good morning, Kevin Lee. Dancing Pear alert. Last week's unemployment number, last week's number was 812. This week is 793. Total filings for assistance jumped 20 million. This is not good. The total number of weeks for February 6th was about 760. So what's the reaction from Wall Street? Certainly the reaction from Congress, from focusing on your stimulus, is you need the stimulus to go out ASAP. These jobless numbers are no good. 6,000 new jobs created in the month of January. Hey, Rita, with the winged lemon. 6,000 new jobs created in the month of January only in the entire United States. 800,000 jobless claims last week, now 796 this week. These numbers are no good. What is the reaction? Gregory Farinello, head of U.S. rate trading and Amvest Securities, issued a statement obtained by LA minutes ago. We pull a lot of optimism forward, and the market's trying to figure out where we go from here. Well, amen. Yeah, this is not good. The fiscal and monetary side of the equation seems priced at the mark, and going forward, we need to see a broader economic recovery, a broader reopening, and a broader dissemination of the vaccine. Wow, it's as though he saw Jerome Powell's statements yesterday. So I'm going to go out of order. This is what Jerome Powell said about your stimulus yesterday. Jerome Powell said, I know there's certain parts of this economy that's doing well. I know that some grocery and some big box, Amazon and Walmart are doing great. But how about the rest of the market? He said, I don't sit back and say the housing market's doing well, hence everyone's doing well. He said the only way we see the economy rebounding is that there is broad rebounding across all markets and all demographics. He's basically saying you can't just see one thing of rebounding somewhere. We have to see broad rebounding and reemployment. Everyone welcome Kimberly to the room. Thank you, Kimberly, for becoming the Purple Hawk. I really appreciate it. On a big morning of Thursday, I'm so excited that Kimberly has joined the room. If you're trying to become a member, the member link is at the top of this chat. It's also in the pinned description. And make sure you subscribe. It's free to subscribe. I answer viewers' questions 24/7 all week long. I was even answering people's questions last night and this morning, despite the pain that I'm having. So, and also the volunteers are helping you around the clock for rent and utilities, whether you're a subscriber or a member. It's free to subscribe, so make sure you subscribe. The pinned comment is in the pinned comment at the description shows where to reach out to the volunteers that can help you with rent and utilities. I see a few of them are in the chat right now. That's news.la.com/community. So this is a great comment because they're basically saying you need stimulus unless you have a broad stroke recovery of this economy. Federal Reserve Jerome Powell said that we're a long way from recovery. Let me read Jerome Powell's quote from yesterday because it's consistent with this great quote from Gregory Farinello. He said, Powell said, despite the speedy recovery early on, April, we're still very far from a strong labor market whose benefits are broadly shared. Broadly shared. That is every one of this channel. Broadly means everyone needs to be back to work and have a job available for them. For people who made less than $49,000 before that pandemic ended, they are facing long-term unemployment currently, over 6 months. People who made a lot of money before the pandemic, 6 figures, they've been able to get back to work because their job is still there. So you see you see a disparity in the economy. So let's get to the stimulus check. The stimulus check is $1,400 an individual, $2,800 a married couple, $1,400 a child, $1,400 adult dependent. If you're on benefits like SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, you're getting a $1,400 stimulus check as well. Now, you certainly see something that's wrong in the numbers I just said to you. And what's wrong in the numbers I said to you? Let's see if you're a viewer, if you're a good watching, if you've been watching all the videos lately on this channel. I hope you have. Do you see anything wrong? What number was wrong in the numbers I just said? Drop in the comments on the screen. Which of the numbers are wrong? Patricia just hit it. Patricia hit it first. Wow, she was quick. This is like double jeopardy. She's like hitting the buzzer. You get it right away. Elkie, Adana, absolutely. There goes Sharad. Sharon did it as well. And there's Liz. Yes, adult dependence. Disgraceful. I'm going to say it's disgraceful. It's disgraceful. Adult dependents under the Cash Act of December 2020 were supposed to get their 2 unpaid checks from last year. Adult dependents never got the $1,200 stimulus check from the first stimulus package. They never got the $600 stimulus check from December. And so now they were supposed to get these 2 back paid, these 2 outstanding stimulus checks. What's the problem about paying them the outstanding stimulus checks? Why are they removed? You know what I would like to, I would like someone to be able to ask these questions to these people because I'd like to know what's going on here. A new survey out this morning showed Joe Biden's approval rate at 63%, the best since the best in his first 90 days since Bill Clinton. But I'd like people to ask harder questions because ultimately, if everyone's, you know, um, kissing everyone's feet, then no one's asking the hard questions. The hard question is what happened to the adult dependence $3,200 stimulus check? It needs to be paid. What's going on here? The people who wrote the Cash Act, AOC, why is she not saying anything? Ultimately, who do you tag in things like this? Who do you go on social media and raise the issue to? You certainly raise the issue to the people who asked for it originally. The people who asked for it originally, the Bucaresas. AOC, she wrote the tweet. $3,200 for she wrote the Cash Act, $3,200 for adult dependents. So you need to go on social media and absolutely call their phones, call AOC's office. What happened to the adult dependents of $3,200 stimulus check? This is no bueno. Now, there's other things that are missing from the stimulus check. It's supposed to be $1,400 plus $2,000. You know that as well. It seems like every day that goes on, we're losing another item from the stimulus package. So that is that item. Next, the FPUs, the SSI and SSDI. Let me get to that shortly. But the 12-minute mark, wow, we already have 1,000 people in the room and 300 likes. Let's see if we can get to 2,000 in the room and 1,000 likes. I'm so excited you joined me this morning. I'm feeling a little bit better, less pain. You can see all that don't look bueno, don't look bueno. So I'm having it checked out. So thank you for your nice comments. It's my jaw. We're not sure what it is, but it's all this. So I appreciate your nice comments. You can certainly hear in my vocal cords when I sound better, it's because I feel better. So you can certainly, 2 days ago, I certainly sound like a robot. But and what day was it? Tuesday. Tuesday off camera, I was screaming all day long because of the pain. So that's not happening yesterday and not happening today. So that is good. What are the jobs numbers? The jobs numbers were 793,000. Wall Street expected 760, and it's a decline of 812. It's not a good number. It's not a good number. Contact the subcommittees, like LA said. There's Beverly. I really appreciate it. Beverly's comment is absolutely incredible. If you have a pen and paper, or you can remember things really well, you need to contact the subcommittees. The subcommittees for the stimulus check, for FPUC, and for the tax credit, which I'll get into in a second, are the Ways, W-A-Y-S, and Means, M-E-A-N-S, subcommittee. The chairman is Neal, N-E-A-L, and you want to pull up everyone that's in that House subcommittee. It's a House of Representatives, House. And you want to reach out to them and say, gotta fix this. Gotta fix this. You should also call your elected officials. You got 2 senators and you got your own House representative. I did this back in the EIDL months of May and June. When something was wrong, I had you call your representatives. What's going on here? What's going on here? We have a couple more days we can absolutely push. So at the 14-minute mark, I want to get to SSI right now. But first, if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. We're trying to get to let's add another 1,000 subscribers today. Let's try to do it. Let's add 1,000 subscribers. Ultimately, understand that I answer all your questions and comments. Every person who watches this video, your comments are answered. The volunteers answer you. and I really appreciate all the love. Also, like this video. 450. Come on now. Come on now. Get that up. Get that up. There we go. 470. Let's get to 2,000, 1,000 in the room. Let's see if we can do that. Also, uh, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. Let's now cut to the SSI and SSDI. So, who should you tag with that? That should be Elizabeth Warren, E. Warren, on Twitter. You should also call our offices. You should contact also the Ways and Means Committee. SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad Benefits, Veterans Benefits. During the campaign for president, Elizabeth Warren campaigned for $200 a month from now to December, plus an up to 20% increase of your lifetime benefits, plus a new benchmark different than COLA, CPIE, I believe it stands for. When she withdrew from her run for presidency, Joe Biden assumed her policies on that situation. Said he loved it. So he assumed her policies. Then during the transition papers, he said, I'm doing the same thing. Since the transition papers, Joe Biden has said zero about seniors, zero about people on SSI, zero about any subject on the matter. You need to keep the pressure on because ultimately you're not the only forgotten group on this channel. There's a lot of forgotten group. What is the Ways and Means person? The chairman is Neal, Neal. I don't remember his first name. Representative Neal. But the Ways and Means Committee, if you're a member of this channel, you have about 7 PDFs from the Ways and Means Committee. And you should absolutely keep on top of them to not forget you. Now, you know, and I know that they can do as a separate bill, but this is the time and place. This is the time and place. Absolutely should push right now. Hey, Alicia, thank you for the dancing bear. I really appreciate it. Ultimately, understand that I have all of your wishes in my heart. I never forget you. You never forget me. We're pushing, and we're going to continue to push. All right, FPUC. FPUC, hey Jed for the dancing pair, I pretty appreciate it. You know, for FPUC retro, this is really the sort of, this one makes no sense. FPUC was supposed to go from July to December, $600 a week. Then President Biden said a few weeks ago, he was going to go from January to September. Thank you, Donna, for the dancing bear. President Biden said FPUC was going to go from January to September, $400 a week. Now he's saying he's going to go $400 from March to September to August. That's just, you got to be on it. I saw a lot of the wonderful viewers of this channel. They were pushing on social media for FPUC Retro. Again, that's the House Ways and Committee. This is good stuff. You may want to include some of the people we included last year in your tweets. You may want to include the Blue Dogs, the New Democrat Coalition. They were the ones that fought for you for FPUC last year. Why are we just sort of forgetting those fights? The Blue Dogs and the New Democrat Coalition pushed Nancy Pelosi to do a standalone bill in August of last year to give you FPUC then. So certainly get them in the discussion about that as well. All right, next, the big great news about multiple stimulus checks if you're a parent. And the push of this channel, and I got a great comment. Wow, Chris, thank you for the dancing parrot. That's an enormous one. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my brother. That is wonderful. Thank you, Chris. The big thing for these multiple stimulus checks is one of the viewers said yesterday, how about the earned income tax credit? Why aren't we included? Amen. That's what I said on camera. The person sent me a DM, and then I said, watch Early Mornings LATE. So I'm going to say it again right now. There are 3 tax credits. There are 3 tax credits in Joe Biden's third stimulus package. Tax credits are again in the Ways and Means Subcommittee at the House. Thank you, William, for the gorgeous dog. He's adorable. 3 tax credits in the Ways and Means Subcommittee. 1, the Child Tax Credit Amendment. 2, the Earned Income Tax Credit Amendment. And 3, the Child Care Tax Credit. All 3 of those are currently in the Ways and Means Subcommittee. Let me back up. All three are amendments to existing codes. They already exist. They already exist. So if you're filing your 2020 tax return, they already exist. You don't have to wait for these things to happen. They've been on the books for years. What President Biden's proposing to do is modify the number and the eligibility. A year older for kids, and then also increase the number a little bit more. So what's going on yesterday? Well, this is the great, shocking, great news with 1,300 people in the room and 600 likes. Let's get to 2,000 and 1,000 likes, because here comes the big news. The big news is multiple stimulus checks for parents. And I'm first going to go over the parents, and then I come back to the non-parents, because that's you. I want you to get that as well. This is where the push has to start. So what is he going to do for parents? He's going to give parents multiple stimulus checks. Thank you, Ginger, for the dancing parrot. I really appreciate it. That's adorable. What's he doing? He's doing this. He's like, eh. Thank you. Families will get the following. For every child age 17 to 6, you will get $3,000 per child up front for next year's tax returns. Hey, Ulysses, welcome Ulysses to the family. How are you? Evan, welcome Ulysses to the family. You will get $3,000 up front starting in the month of July, prorated for 1 year per child. I know that's a lot to say. Let me give you the other child, and then I'll come back and explain again. If the child is 6 years or younger, thank you, Laura, for the dancing parent. If the child is 6 years or younger, you get $3,600. Thank you, Anne Marie, for the dancing parent. I really appreciate it. If the child is 6 years or younger, you can get $3,600 up front. What do you mean up front? What are you talking about, Elliot? Up front? It's really weird. I'm fully disclosing. It's strange, but it's wonderful. So hug it and kiss it because it's wonderful. But we need to do it for everyone else. What they're doing is they're saying the following: the bill provides you a tax credit for the tax return you're filing next year. Thank you, Annetta. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. They're paying the tax credit next year, so it's for the tax return you're filing in the spring of next year. But instead of having you wait till next year to get the money for that tax return, they're going to prepay it to you. I know this sounds weird. Hey, Kimberly, thank you for the cat meow. I know this sounds weird. You never heard of IRS prepaying you something, anything. It doesn't make sense. You usually have to prepay them something. Them pay us something prepaid in advance, ahead of time? Very weird. But that's the idea. I like it. So what they're doing is they're going to start paying you in July of this year, prorated per month, $3,000 or $3,600 per child. So Alicia in the room, she has 3 kids. She's going to get somewhere around $9,000 prepaid starting in the month of July all the way up to next year. And then a chef who was in the room yesterday had 7 kids. He's going to get prorated about $20,000 approximately starting in July to next year. This is a lot of money. This is on top of the stimulus checks. Okay, so that's the children. Now, how about everyone else? 1,400 people in the room, 600 lot, 800, 700 likes. Let's get them up. Let's get to 2,000 and 1,000. Can I borrow someone's head? There's still some time to procreate. The video's not over. We still some time to procreate. We got 7 minutes left in this video. It only takes a second. Okay, so there go the likes. The Earned Income Tax Credit, the EIC. This one and the Child Care Tax Credit should do the same thing. Congress should, the Ways and Means Subcommittee should do the same thing for the Earned Income Tax Credit that they're doing for the Child Tax Credit. What is the Earned Income Tax Credit? The Earned Income Tax Credit says $1,500 to you next year if you worked during the pandemic as an essential worker and made less than, I think it's $25,000. Why do you have to wait till next year to get the $1,500? They should do the $1,500 advance now. So if you are an essential worker and made less than $25,000, you should contact the Ways and Means Committee. And Neil and all those elected officials in the Ways and Means Committee said, thank you for doing that thing for the children. But how about the earned income tax credit? I deserve that $1,500 as an advance now, starting the month of July as well, prorate over time. So that is where the push should be with the earned income tax credit and also with the child tax credit. Richard Neal, that's exactly his name. So that is what earned income tax credit people should do. Now, I want to freely disclose, maybe they're going to do it that way. Maybe I haven't read it right. Maybe that's the intention of President Biden, is to prepay it as well. But no one has had a press conference saying they're going to prepay the earned income tax credit. I have a lot of viewers on this channel that make less than $25,000 and work in a grocery store. This is money you could absolutely use. This is on top of your stimulus checks. Next, we had the surprising reaction come in 2 days ago on business grants and business loans. This is very bizarre. Now, this is a different subcommittee. This is the Small Business Administration Subcommittee. I have their documents here. It's huge. No, that's unemployment children. So I mean, this is what the subcommittee for Ways and Means looks like for FPUC, but the one for small businesses is just voluminous. It's very thick. And what does small business one say? It says EIDL grant is back, but we're going to give you $5,000. $5,000? Are you serious? What are you talking about? That's not sufficient. So if you're a small business owner, go contact the Small Business Administration Subcommittee in the House and say, what are these EIDL grants amounts? These $5,000 doesn't cut it. $5,000 is a disgrace. Then, if you're a restaurant owner, or you have a taco stand, hey Paul, thank you for the winged lemon. I really appreciate it. If you're a business owner, they propose to give up to $5 million for a taco stand or for a hot dog stand. I can't say it with a straight face, even though my face is stiff. $5 million for a hot dog stand, but we can't get a measly $5,000 for a technology company that made $35 million last year and lost all of its employees because the pandemic hit it, destroyed it. A taco truck that makes what? I don't know. $300 a day gets up to $5 million, but a business that employs 85 families can't get even more than $5,000. What are we talking about? This is screwed. This doesn't make sense. I don't understand this. And then where's that loan that President Biden appeared on broadcast news and talked about a loan to go start a new business? And so far, I've not seen this loan. He spent the vast majority of that press conference 3 weeks ago talking about small businesses starting a new loan. So where is that? There's a lot of stuff hitting across the board. With 1,400 people in the room and 800 likes, I think we're going to get it to it. Let's see if we can get to 2,000 in the room and 1,000 likes. But first, I'm going to answer some of your incredible 2,000 questions and comments from yesterday's recording. Let me cut back. This is Mornings LATE, live from Los Angeles. The toast is toasting, the butter is buttering. I'm here, you're here, and this is a live broadcast shortly after about 9 o'clock on the West Coast. The sun is coming out. It's warmer today. And Wall Street's relatively flat. Dow is up 2, NASDAQ up 74, Microsoft's up about $1, 243, Apple down 21 cents to 135, Oracle's down about 19 cents, 63. Walmart's doing well again, up another $1 to $77. Tesla is rebounding up $9 to 814. It has fallen dramatically over the last week. Look at that $800 support line. The jobless numbers that come out every Thursday morning came out this morning at 793,000. This is not good. Hey, Patricia, thank you for becoming a Purple Hawk. Everyone, welcome Patricia to the family. Wall Street is looking for 760,000 new claims. It came in at 793. Last week was 812. This is not a good number. This shows the amount of people that are newly on unemployments. Let me give you a new number at the 29-minute mark, which I didn't give you before. The total number of people on assistance, on unemployment, has now risen to 20.4 million people. and they're surging under pandemic issues. So this is why we need stimulus. We need a lot of stimulus. This is not a one stimulus package or two stimulus package. Meantime, if you're wondering about those other bills, they're still there. There's a bill in the Senate for the $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness. There's a bill in the Senate for $10,000, $1,000 for a baby bill. And the push is underway, but it's not a bill yet, for you to get SSI and SSDI as a standalone bill. Keep on pushing Elizabeth Warren. She likes to write. Have her write the bill. Get her to write the bill. No more talking. Let's walk it. Let's walk it. Let me answer some incredible 2,000 questions and comments from yesterday's recording. Andrea. Well, almost 50 years in politics, people actually believed what Joe Biden said. He's proof that two-term limits should be applied immediately. Kenneth Robinson. Investing in our people, not fleecing our people. Targeted economics, everything is necessary. Walter Bissett. The government pushes you to live the American dream and own a house, but when you need help, they're nowhere to be found. One viewer yesterday asked me about what is the update on mortgage assistance. I've still not seen the mortgage assistance in the documents from the subcommittees, so I'm looking for that as well. What's going on with SSI and SSDI? Nothing. That's their dead silence on this. So this is why we're pushing them to get on point. We're pushing them to get it in there. They're doing absolutely nothing. They're not even talking about the issue. They're not talking about the $3,200 adult dependent stimulus check. They're not talking about FPUC retro. They're not talking about the business loan to go start a new business. There's a several series of things that they talked about in just the last few days or weeks or shortly thereafter, and they're not talking about any of them. So that's why we're getting on top of them right now. Gladys Kinzer, when are they going to see in the checks for the SSI and the $1,400? Does the payee get the check? If you have a payee, they always get your check, yes. When you're going to see these checks for $1,400, the bill will land in the Senate on February 22nd, and then the Senate futzes with the bill. Janet Bauer, let's look for things to get better. Charlene, I said as soon as they get into office, they forget what they promise. Well, don't let them forget. Remind them. Don't roll over and say, oh, they forgot. I'm going to wait 4 years to get another president. No, you have elected officials, you have senators and House representatives. I had a lot of success with this viewers this channel, and Kevin Lee will attest to it. He's an OG who jumped in the chat earlier. I had a lot of viewers who contacted their House representative in their own state and their senator saying, where is this? Why are you not doing something? And it works. It does work. Thank you for the comments about the haircut. It does work. Gail Shanati. I thought the bill was written already. What are they doing? Great question. So the bill was written by Joe Biden. The way it works is it goes to the subcommittees in the House, and the subcommittees in the House modify the bill. They have the right to modify the bill, and that modification is between now and about the end of this week. Jim Coner. So they're quiet on SSI issues. Not good. It is not good. That's why what I'm doing now on the channel is people have been asking me, what's the update on SSI? I'm saying the update is they're gone quiet on you. Don't let them go quiet on you. So rather than not give you an update and say, because there is no update, I'm saying now they're going quiet on you. Step up. Step up. Don't let them go quiet on you. And everyone else. Ronald Weissman. They didn't give us anything they promised upon being elected. Well, so far you haven't got a penny. So far, no one's got a penny yet. Scott Lee, when are they going to vote on it? They vote on it in the House about February 21st. They're just waiting time, worrying about former president getting impeached. No, they have to, by law, do this step. Hey, Kevin Lee, there's Kevin Lee again with the Dancing Pair. I really appreciate it. Just a wonderful viewer. Thank you, Kevin Lee, for the Dancing Pair, one of my OGs of the viewer. And you know what? Here's a personal note. A few weeks ago, I did not know that there's, when I used to read, when this channel would get only 200 comments a day or something, I would read every comment on screen, so I would know all the 200 viewers. But I didn't know there was more of you, because some of you didn't comment. Now that you've become members, viewers have now said, as a member, I've been watching you since April. I just never said anything. Oh, okay. So if you've been an original viewer since the beginning and I don't acknowledge you, I'm sorry, because I had never seen your comment. And so there you go. If your neighbors and your cat and your dog have not subscribed, make sure they subscribe. There's Colleen. I'm an OG. Thank you, Colleen. So I really appreciate it. You need to tag Elizabeth Warren, especially Richard Deal, says Alicia Crimps. There you go. And he's starting to learn updates. We're all worried. He's good. He's looking for that new electric Cadillac. He's looking for that EV Cadillac. It runs on it, I almost said something. Oh, Robert, it runs on steer manure. Just, I get it. Robert, thank you for the Tootsie Bear. I really appreciate it. Sir Lloyd is very fun. It's going good. Melissa Renaud, do they realize how bitter we're getting at all of them? That's a great comment. So Melissa Renaud says, do they realize how bitter we're getting at all of them? Well, a new CNBC report out today says that Joe Biden has his highest approval rating of a president in his first 90 days since Bill Clinton, which worries me because when things are also, oh, you're so wonderful, because he is good. You're so wonderful. Well, how about keeping the pressure up on everything else that we haven't been given? Haven't given us the $2,000 stimulus check on top of the $1,400. Haven't given us the $3,200 adult dependents. Haven't given us the SSI and SSDI. Haven't given us the EIDL $10,000. Haven't given. I mean, I can keep on going over the list. Haven't given us the FPUC retro. So ultimately, when I see these polls where someone says he's just so wonderful, he is good. But at the same regard, how about holding people to do what they said they were going to do? Do the things you said you were going to do, and give us an answer. And what bothers me personally, on a personal level, is that when the thing just sort of disappears, no one acknowledges the thing disappeared. It's not like they said we took it out because it's too much, or we took it out because no one even acknowledges the thing's disappeared. That's what really frosts me. That the thing is just gone, and it's like, wait a second, you didn't even acknowledge it's gone. We found that it's gone. It's sort of like, you walk into a TV studio and suddenly the plan is gone one day, and it's like, wait a second, where's the plan? Who took the plan? And no one answers the question. Wait a second, who took the plan? Did the production take the plan? No, suddenly the plan is gone, and no one's explaining why the plan. These things keep on disappearing. The $3,200 for the stimulus check gone. The FPUC $400 or $300 of March to January. Suddenly things keep on disappearing. Why do things keep on disappearing so far in this administration? It's not very clear. And I would hope that our pressure would get these people to start answering where things are going, because it's like you go to bed at night, you wake up, oh, it's gone again. The thing is disappearing. It's like little gremlins in the middle of the night are taking things out of our stimulus check. It's like we go to bed and little gremlins overnight take things out of our stimulus package. I don't know. It's like, tell Nancy her ice cream is gone. Someone said. Yeah, and then they don't acknowledge the thing is missing. There was a plant there yesterday? Yeah, there's been a plant there for 3 weeks. Really? No, this is. Thank you, God, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. I was so happy when I found you last year. Well, thank you, Beverly. So 1,600 people, room 1,000 likes. So let me tell you where the big update is at the 38-minute mark. Nancy would freak out if she couldn't find her ice cream. Absolutely. If Nancy couldn't find her $12 ice cream, she would just lose it. If AOC couldn't find her Twitter account, she would lose it. So, it's suddenly like things just sort of disappear. It's like, wait a second, what's going on here? The big update at the 38-minute mark is that this is Mornings LATE. Oh, thank you, Grace, for the nice comment. Hey, LATE, I've been watching you since April. I fell in love with your personality. I love it. I'm really excited for what's happening to this channel. You're going to see a major change in a few weeks. I don't want to tease it too much, and I don't want to spoil it, but you're going to be really, really, really happy about what's going to happen here. Yeah. So get ready for that. It's coming in a few weeks. This is Mornings LATE. The toast is toasting, the butter is buttering. I'm here, you're here, and what a big morning it is. As the jobs number has been released, the new jobless claims number for Thursday, and it was not good. It shows that nearly 793,000 people filed for new unemployment claims last week. These are new unemployment claims. Wall Street was looking for 760,000 new claims, so it's higher. Moreover, it was a decline from the previous week of 812, but the total number of people on unemployment is now at 21 million approximately. This number is not good. It shows that there's not a broader reopening and broader economic recovery, says Gregory Farinello, which mirrors the exact comments of Jerome Powell, head of the Federal Reserve, yesterday, that this economy does not show that there's a broad recovery across all walks of life, and that we're very far away from it. That means everything about your stimulus. You're getting a $1,400 stimulus check, whether you're an adult dependent, minor dependent. Single person, married couple, double that. Person on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, you're getting $1,400 as well. But that's not the only thing you should be getting. You should be getting more than that. Now, if you're a parent, the great news is you're going to be getting multiple stimulus checks on top of that. If you have a child 17 or younger, you're going to get either $3,000 or $3,600 prepaid starting in the month of July or every month for a year per child. So if you have three children, about $10,000 starting in the month of July on a monthly payment. The viewers of this channel and I agree that they should use that program and also apply it to the earned income tax credit, which is very similar. The earned income tax credit presumes to pay you $1,500 next year if you worked as a essential worker during the pandemic and made $25,000 or less. Why should we wait till next year to get the $1,500? They should prepay it in July. A lot of developments across the board. I'll be back with you on Home LA later today. I believe it may be taped, maybe not live. And then I'm back with Afternoons LA. I believe the whole schedule will stay the same as usual today. Earlier today, EIDL was back at 1 a.m. If you did not watch that video, because EIDL is back in the third stimulus package. Then FPUC was delivered thereafter. That's important because FPUC is in the third stimulus package. Early Mornings LA with 2 new shows this morning, and then I brought it back an old school show on hazard pay because I know how much hazard pay is important to you. With 1,700 people in the room and 1,100 likes, we did a great job. Thank you so much. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. If you've also not liked this video, like the video, and if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Casino VIP. If you need a volunteer, reach out to the volunteer in the pinned comment to this video. Please subscribe because it's the best darn channel there is out there. Are they still doing the new business grants? They are. But $5,000 for an EIDL grant, well, are they doing a grant for new businesses? No, I do not see a grant. I do not see a grant for new businesses. I only see a grant for existing businesses. So they're not holding that promise as well. They're supposed to do a loan for new businesses as well. So with that, stay informed, stay focused, keep on smiling, and I'll see you later on Home LA. Have a great morning.